Hey everybody, it's Mike here from ibetnetwork.com, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Starburst, and we're going to spin a few reels, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how Starburst works. So Starburst is it's one of the most popular online slot games in the world, and it's a very popular game because it's considered somewhat of a beginner's slot. Basically, it's a very low variance slot, meaning you don't get huge wins. There's no progressive jackpot. There isn't even a free spins round. This game is all about getting constant, low value or equal value wins, let's call them, and it extends your gameplay. And it's also a very good game for you to learn how a slot machine works. So let's take a look at Starburst, and I can start to explain exactly that. So the first thing we'll take a look at is down here, and over here you have level, you have coin value, and these two things will determine how much you will be betting per spin. So let's start off with the level. So level basically just means which pay line are you activating. So level 1 means you only have this pay line working. If I switch it to level 2, it means I'm activating pay line 1 and pay line 2. You can see all the pay lines if you hover over these numbers that are on the side of the reels. Now, regardless of what coin value you play with, I always recommend playing at the max level, just so that you can activate all 10 pay lines. It doesn't make sense to me that you play with just one pay line, right? Because you're reducing your chances of getting a winning combination. Now, each level does mean you're betting 10 coins. So if you set it on level 10, you're betting 100 coins. And if your coin level is $1, that means you're betting $100. So let's move on to coin value. So basically here, you're just saying how much each coin is worth. So remember that each bet level is 10 coins. So if I set it at the minimum bet level, the bet is 10 coins, each coin is worth 1 cent, so that means my bet is 10 cents. That's the minimum bet that you can have for Starburst. If I set this at the max bet level of 10, I'm now betting $1, because 10 times 100 times 0.01, and you get $1 anyway. And if I increase this coin value to $1, the max bet is $100. Now, as I said, Starburst is not a game about the big wins. It's about extending your gameplay. So I don't really recommend playing at the max value. The maximum win for Starburst is 500 times the bet level, and the only way you'll activate that is if you get the Starburst Wilds appear in the middle 3 reels, and then you need to get the bar symbols. So like any other slot game, you have to be very lucky to activate the maximum potential win. And that's not really what Starburst was designed for. Starburst was designed for people who want to play for like an extended period of time, no matter what that is. So in some slot games, if you increase your bet level, it increases the chances of you activating a free spin round, but Starburst doesn't have a free spin round, so it doesn't really matter what you're betting at. So I'll just go back to what I mentioned in the beginning. What does matter is that you activate all 10 pay lines so that you can have all these different chances to get winning combinations. And then when it comes to coin value, you can pretty much set it at any value that you're comfortable with. If you select this I symbol over here, this gives you a kind of rundown of the rules. It explains the Starburst Wilds, and it also explains the different pay lines and the value of each of the symbols. The highest value symbol in Starburst is the golden bar symbol, and the lowest value symbol is this purple diamond. So now that we've gotten all the technicalities out of the way, let's start spinning. Alright, so let's start spinning the reels, and I will talk to you about the Starburst Wild symbol. So since we'll be playing, I'm going to set it on auto spin. So Starburst has an auto spin feature. You can set it to from 10 auto spins all the way up to 1,000 auto spins, of course, depending on your bankroll. I'm going to set it to 50 and let it start spinning. So Starburst does not have a free spin feature, but what it does have is the Starburst Wild feature. So the Starburst Wild symbol can appear in the middle 3 reels. As you can see, I just actually got one here. So what happens is when a Starburst Wild appears, it locks the reel. As you can see, that reel did not spin, but the other reels did. So when you lock a reel, you actually get one respin, and then the other reels spin, and then you can hopefully get a combo win or something like that. So the Starburst Wild can appear either in reel 2, 3, or 4. So if you're really lucky, you can get the Starburst Wild symbol in all of these 3 reels. And then if you get, let's say, the bar symbols in reels 1 and 5, you can get the biggest win in the game. So let's just let this spin and see if I get lucky, and I'll do some commentary depending on what happens while my auto spins are going on. So as you can see here, I get a win on roughly every 3rd or 4th spin, and that's why Starburst is a really good game for beginners, because you get these constant small wins that extend your gameplay. You know, if you keep this on the lowest bet level, you can literally play for quite a while. So the auto spins are finished. I'm going to give it another 50, and maybe we'll be able to activate the Starburst Wild feature. So there we go. We got it on reel 2. The respin activated, but unfortunately we didn't manage to get another wild. There we go. If we get another wild here, no, unfortunately not. There we go. The first big win of the game, guys. $75 in fake money. All right, so now we're hitting some good combos and super combos. So as you can see, I don't know if you paid attention, but I think the balance when I started was around 5,800. So now that balance is pretty much stable. been going slightly above 5,800, slightly below. So that's why Starburst is a kind of low volatility game and just really extends your gameplay. So let's give it a few more spins, see if anything interesting happens, but this time I'm going to go all the way up to max bet level. So it's $100 a spin. Of course, I'm only able to do this because this is a demo. If it was my real money, I'd be betting much less. And let's consider that the balance when we began was around 5,800, and let's see where it ends up after 50 spins. So we're halfway through the spins. The balance is now down to 4,500, and I'm reasonably sure that we'll probably get some more wins with the last 25 spins. One important thing to note is with some slot games, you get better chances of triggering the free spins when you increase your bet level. But with Starburst, since it doesn't really have a free spin feature, the bet level does not affect the game mechanics at all. So if you're spinning for 10 cents a spin, $1 a spin, $100 a spin, it doesn't affect anything. So there we go. We got a big win of 1,500, and boom, my balance is back up to above 5K. So, I mean, it's not like we did have a kind of net loss. Well, let's see if anything happens now. Okay, another combo. So we're back up to 5.8, pretty much where we started. So as you can see, that's what makes kind of Starburst so interesting for beginner players. If my starting balance was 5,800, I did 50 spins, and my end balance is 5.5K. So okay, we lost $300, but we did 50 spins of $100 each. So that's why when it comes to Starburst, your kind of bankroll is very much extended throughout the playtime. And, you know, I guess if I had to keep playing this for an extended period of time, you know, at some point the bankroll will decrease. At other points, it'll be higher than when it started. But it stays quite stable throughout most of the time you're playing, and that's why it's such a great game for beginners. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great day.